Hello, my name is Michael Webb. Today we're going to be using Oracle's VirtualBox to create a virtual machine and download Windows 2016 database to it. So we're going to open up our VirtualBox Manager. We'll go to New. We're going to want to name our operating system that we'll be using. We're going to call this one Server Database Data Center 2016. You'll want to select that you're going to be using Windows, and you're going to want to go on down to Windows 2016 64-bit. Alright, memory size 4 megs, that's okay, that seems good. So we'll go ahead and click on create. We want to use dynamically allocated and VirtualBox image here for our file location. You're going to want to save this on an external drive. Be saving it in server A file. Okay, create. Alright, then we're going to want to go over here and right click and go to settings. Go down to storage. You'll want to click here and make this your SATA port 2, because you're going to be basically downloading the server ISO image onto this drive. So then we'll go to the drive, make sure it's at SATA port 1, choose it, and go to go to your file to choose your optical disk. Here I have the Windows Server Data Center ISO image right here, so I'm going to click on that. And we'll go to OK, and then we will start. Okay, so now we have everything set up the way we want, our virtual machine, so we go ahead and hit play. Our files will start loading. You'll see your Windows icon. The next prompt that pulls up after we choose our install for the server, we want to tell it which version, which here you would want, it gives you options to have no graphical interface or to have a graphical interface. So you want to check the desktop experience so that you have that GUI instead of the core. The core just gives you shell and DOS. So if you want it to be just like your regular desktop, you definitely want the GUI download, the desktop experience. It's a little option that 2012 didn't have. Okay, we want to go ahead and check here that we agree to all the terms. Here it's asking if you want to upgrade, in which you would if you had 2012 R2 server R1 so that you could keep your files, but in this case we're going to want to we want to definitely download a fresh copy of Data Center. So in order to do that, you're going to want to choose your advanced custom install. Go ahead and click this. Here it's going to save all of our information to our 50 gig drive or unallocated, If you wanted to go back and create a new partition or anything, you could do that here. And just go ahead and hit next, continue on. Alright, we've not gotten any error messages or anything, so everything looks good. It's prompting us and telling us that it is copying to our external drive. Alright, everything looks good. So our ISO image was validated and good. All the files was there. It's now getting those files prepared for the operating system on our virtual machine. This is where I find virtual machines to be very handy, because it gives you the option to change a bunch of different variables to see what will work and won't work in some operating systems. So everything's good. We're kind of finalizing. Alright, it's configuring, and we're going to go ahead and it'll automatically do it restart for us. Alright, it's restarting VirtualBox, which is our virtual machine. We just want to go ahead and not press anything, just let it run its own. It'll take us straight over back into our Windows symbol. Give it a second to load. It's telling us that it's getting our device ready. Alright, looks like we're at 50%. We're almost there. We're going to get another restart automatically. So that the operating system can initialize the new fresh copy and install on the hard drive. Our VirtualBox opens back up. No error messages. We don't have to hit anything. We just let it go on its own. Everything's good. We get our Windows icon again. We'll get a blue screen. It's just taking it a second to load. Not to worry, this is not the blue screen of death. We have no white letters of rubbish. Alright, it loaded us in and prompted us to the customizing settings page for the administrative account for server data center 2016 on our virtual machine. So you want to go ahead and pick a good individual, password, because security is always the #1 deal for servers. Let's see. Class password is I'm getting a little bit of lag. I'm having some machine problems myself here, but not to worry, everything looks good. So we'll just go ahead and re-enter our password. I'm getting a lot of lag. Okay, once we're done, we finish. It's going to take us to our settings and set us up. We should be good to go. The next prompter we should see is to enter our credentials for the administrative account for server. Alright, everything looks good. You've made it to this screen. You have successfully created a virtual machine with server 2016 with full GUI interface. That's just a graphical user interface. The difference between a regular operating system and server is that in order to get past this prompter, you'll use Control-Alt-Delete, which in VirtualBox is you have a selector up at the top, a tab, and it says insert, and so you'll have a Control-Alt-Delete insert you'll want to use, and you just go ahead and click that and it will take you on to loading your server operating system. Here you are asked for your credentials, which is the password that you used for your customized prompt. There you are. It's going to start loading all of the default services that Windows Server 2016 Data Center offers. One of those is your server manager. It usually takes a few minutes for that one to load once all your user profile services and everything gets loaded. So just be patient. And if you've not gotten any error messages up to now on your virtual machine, then you should be okay, which it seems like we're doing good. So give it a few more minutes. As I said, I'm having a few performance issues with my machine, and that's the reason for the lengthy login here. But up until this point, we have created and completed everything using Oracle's VirtualBox virtual machine application. We created it, put all the settings onto a external drive, uploaded using a ISO image that you can get from Microsoft.com. Filled in all of our information, of course, all the prompts from the US keyboard prompt, English version, all the way through your terms and agreement prompts, password prompts, your reboots. It does everything that it will normally do when you're installing it on a just regular host server machine that you would be using at a workplace or sometimes at home. Now it's applying our user settings and preparing our graphical interface. Everything looks great. We have everything loaded, and the virtual machine seems to be healthy and looking good. As I said, your after your loading and everything is completed, your server manager will pop up, and that will allow you to look at the activity and the files and allow you to add hosts and do any kind of maintenance or updates that you may need to do. Like I said, as long as you're not having any machine issues, this will load a lot faster. And so we have successfully installed a virtual machine using Oracle's VirtualBox and completed our Windows ISO image of Server 2016 Data Center. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you have a good day. See you in the next video.